Roxanne Perez to start new romance with top WWE star, not Dominik Mysterio, on Raw. Former NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez has quickly become one of the most talked-about names since making her main roster debut on Monday Night Raw. Dubbed the Prodigy, Perez is impressed with her agility, confidence, and attitude that's a perfect fit for the chaos of WWE's flagship show. What's even more surprising, however, is her sudden alignment with the infamous Judgment Day faction. With Liv Morgan momentarily absent from television, Finn Balor took the opportunity to bring in fresh blood, and Perez was his choice. Her addition seemed to be part of Balor's bigger strategy to shake up the status quo within the group and, more importantly, create friction between Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio, who have grown increasingly close on and off-screen. Over the past few months, WWE has been teasing a growing romance between Liv and Dominik, with their chemistry reaching a new high at Netflix's Totem event. There, the pair went viral after sharing a passionate kiss on the Blind Love kissing cam, cementing their status as WWE's most buzzworthy couple. But in typical WWE fashion, just when fans begin to believe in a love story, cracks often start to form. Is Dominik destined to betray Liv for Roxanne? Many fans believe Dominik's storyline history is a warning sign. He's no stranger to betrayal, having turned on his own father, Rey Mysterio, and found a home with the Judgment Day. With Roxanne now by his side in the faction, speculation is running wild that Dominik could betray Liv Morgan and form a new on-screen romance with Perez. The chemistry between them during backstage segments hasn't gone unnoticed, and WWE has been subtly planting the seeds of tension. This potential love triangle is classic WWE drama, filled with emotion, power plays, and jealousy. But things might not be as straightforward as they seem. The unexpected twist, Roxanne and JD McDonough? In a surprising creative twist, Roxanne Perez may not end up with Dominik at all. According to backstage rumors and fan theories, she might instead begin a romantic storyline with JD McDonough, the dark horse of Judgment Day. This development would not only catch fans off guard, but would also dramatically alter the current dynamics within the group. JD and Roxanne have a similar gritty style and unpredictable energy, which could make them a natural pairing. If the storyline plays out, it could derail Finn Balor's carefully laid plans to manipulate the group's internal relationships for his own gain. Balor, who initially brought Perez into fold, may find himself on the losing end if JD and Roxanne's alliance distances McDonough from Balor's influence. Finn Balor's plan backfires. Balor has always been portrayed as the mastermind of Judgment Day, pulling strings to maintain his control over the group. His plan to sow discord between Liv Morgan and Dominik could backfire spectacularly if JD becomes enamored with Roxanne. Not only would this leave Balor isolated, but it could lead to fractures in his relationship with JD, a man Balor has consistently stood by since his addition to the group. Should JD choose Roxanne over loyalty to Balor, the emotional fallout could be massive. The betrayal could serve as a final straw, pushing Finn to shed his manipulative persona and unleash his darker side. This could ignite a heated feud between Balor and Dominik, or even between Balor and JD, signaling the beginning of the end for the Judgment Day as we know it. A potential end for Judgment Day? Triple H's creative vision has embraced long-term storytelling, shocking turns, and emotionally driven arcs. The implosion of the Judgment Day has been hinted at for months, with power struggles, romantic distractions, and personal egos threatening its foundation. If Roxanne and JD become a couple and Liv and Dominik continue to grow stronger, Balor could be left without allies, setting up a gripping story of a leader betrayed by his own creations. Such a turn would allow all members to evolve as individual characters. Roxanne would gain a major spotlight through her involvement in a top-tier storyline. JD could emerge as a breakout star with compelling new direction. Liv and Dominik would solidify their roles as WWE's power couple. And Finn Balor? He would return to his roots, angry, vengeful, and dangerous. Conclusion: unconfirmed but intriguing. As of now, none of these developments have been officially confirmed by WWE. Still, the clues, chemistry, and shifting alliances point to something major brewing behind the scenes. Whether it results in a messy love triangle, a surprising romantic swerve, or the dramatic breakup of the Judgment Day, one thing is certain: Roxanne Perez's arrival has already changed the game. Fans should keep their eyes glued to Monday Night Raw, because in the world of WWE, love and loyalty are always just one twist away from betrayal. Pro wrestling veteran hints at Liv Morgan's exit from Judgment Day amid rumored Roxanne Perez alliance with Dominik Mysterio. Tensions are reportedly brewing within WWE's Judgment Day faction, particularly between women's tag team champion Liv Morgan and her on-screen partner, Dominik Mysterio. According to recent speculation, Liv's time of the faction could be drawing to a close, and an alternate scenario involving a rising NXT star might be the catalyst for a significant shakeup. On Sportskeeda's The Wrestling Time Machine, respected wrestling journalist and veteran Bill Apter shared his thoughts on Liv Morgan's current trajectory. Apter suggested that WWE might be preparing to pull the trigger on a babyface turn for Morgan, indicating that her edgy heel persona and her current alignment with Judgment Day could be nearing its end. "I think we may see a Liv Morgan babyface turn in the works," Apter commented. "Yeah, I think she's going to be out of the Judgment Day. I don't think she's currently slated for Judgment Day material much longer." Apter's remarks come as WWE continues to drop subtle hints of discord between Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio. Their on-screen romance has been a controversial angle, especially with Morgan seemingly manipulating Dominik, while other Judgment Day members, like Damian Priest, express visible frustration. Liv's behavior and tension with Priest have further fueled rumors that her role within the faction may be more temporary than fans initially believed. Now, imagining an alternate storyline twist could turn things completely upside down. What if Dominik Mysterio breaks things off with Liv Morgan and instead chooses to align himself with the former NXT Women's Champion, Roxanne Perez? Perez, who has been steadily gaining popularity and momentum in NXT, would make for an intriguing new ally for Dominik, or potentially even a love interest in storyline. Her babyface credibility, paired with Dominik's ongoing conflict between loyalty and rebellion, could spark a fascinating dynamic. It would also mark a fresh chapter for Dominik, allowing WWE to explore new creative directions outside of the increasingly strained Judgment Day alliance. If WWE were to explore this hypothetical storyline, it could lead to several key developments. First, Liv Morgan's character could evolve drastically. A breakup with Dominik might lead to her snapping out of her manipulative phase and returning to her fan-favorite babyface persona. This would not only rekindle her individual popularity, but also open the door for emotional storytelling, especially if Morgan feels betrayed or discarded.
If you love your father, then subscribe the channel, and those who love me show your love by liking and subscribing.